What's up, everybody? Today we will be installing this 5-speed Nissan transmission into this Nissan pickup. It's a little difficult to do. Let's get right into it. So first we got to get that torsion bar down a little bit, and we got to put this thing in there at an angle because we got to have the T-case on it. Reason why I'm doing this video is because these installs can be very difficult if you don't know how to do them properly and efficiently. So I got two different camera angles going to try to show you the way to do it properly and efficiently where it won't take you 4 hours to do it. This install honestly took me about an hour to do. So as you can see, I got that transmission jacked up almost at a 25-degree angle at this point, just to get it up above that torsion bar in the back, that torsion suspension bar, get that T-case with enough clearance to get the bell housing past the flywheel and the clutch and pressure plate and get it jacked up in there. Once you get it up in there, it's a matter of getting that input shaft on the transmission down into the clutch pilot housing and into the clutch splined in correctly. So that's what we're working on right here. It's a little bit of a process, but this is usually the hardest part of this process. Once you get it up and in there and get that input shaft stabbed into the pilot and into the clutch input splines, then you're all right. Once you get that up there, you put 2 bolts on either side. I still haven't had it quite lined up right, but I'm just trying to get 2 bolts in either side to make sure that it doesn't back off from where I got it right now. So we're really close right here, and I think here in just a second you'll see it mate, and right there it does. And it mates to the engine. So now I'm going to grab some bolts, make sure I get them nice and tight where that transmission does not back out. Electric ratchet action there, get it real tight, and continue with the rest of the bell housing bolts. So this is our setup that we had. So there's the one bell housing bolt, there's the other bell housing bolt, and here's the setup on the torsion bar right here. I took 2 4x4s, pried that torsion bar down just so I had enough clearance to get that T-case up and over. So next, it's pretty straightforward from here out. We're going to put the mount on the bottom of the transmission. A little bit of info about this transmission. I rebuilt it because the counter shaft broke. So once we get the mount on, we're going to put the subframe back in, or the crossmember. Now these bolts, that somebody had replaced this clutch before, so the transmission had been out recently, so it helped me out a little bit. They bought me some brand new bolts for the crossmember transmission subframe that really helped me out. They weren't rusted or anything. They're pretty nice. Just getting those bolts stabbed down through the frame of the truck and down through the subframe crossmember, that's a little bit of a chore. You get that nut on your transmission mount, help you hold it up a little bit, and once you get it down in there, you're pretty much ready to go. Just tightening everything up here. Like I said, it's pretty straightforward from here. The hardest part of this really is is getting it up in there. Once you get it up in there, you get your cross member in like I already have. Now I'm getting the front drive shaft in. I did have video of putting the rear drive shaft in, but the video wasn't that great, and I'm pretty sure you can figure it out if you're doing this work on your own. So really I'm just showing you the rest of the process. It's not too difficult. Get the front drive shaft in. Get the front drive shaft in, and then now you get the front cross member in. This goes basically right underneath the bell housing of the transmission. Supports the front diff, so it is important. You do have to jack up the front diff a little bit to get it in there, and it is a little bit of a pain to get up in there. Not too bad though. Definitely not the worst Nissan I've ever worked on. Still not the easiest Nissan I've ever worked on. Nissans are, there's a love-hate relationship with them. Started out with an electric ratchet, and then I come back with an air. don't worry, I always go back with air afterwards to make sure everything's nice and tight. Put a wrench on the back of that crossmember bolt and get it on there nicely, nice and tight. And now I'm just putting in the rear diff brace, and that's basically it. You know, from this point on, guys, it's just tightening everything down, make sure everything's good, getting the clutch bled, which was a little bit of a procedure, but I was able to do it. If there's any more questions or comments or anything you have on these 97 Nissan trucks or these 90 models Nissan trucks, I've worked on quite a few of them, so just leave them in the comments below, and me or John will be sure to give you an answer to it. Well, anyways, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe for more videos.